of MediaTek, our valued partners. Anybody who's outside of the hall, may we request you to please come inside and settle down as we shall commence. Well, a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to welcome all of you on behalf of MediaTek. I'm Sonam C. Chabra and I'm delighted to be your host this afternoon. I would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of our media friends from India and also our media friends who travel all the way from United States, from Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam and Malaysia. Thank you so much for being here with us for this event. We would also like to extend a very warm welcome to our valued partners. Well, as all of you must be aware, MediaTek is a market leader in developing innovative chipsets for mobile devices, for home entertainment, for connectivity and IoT products, powering over 1.5 billion devices per year. In the year 2018-2019, MediaTek has launched and unveiled various trend-setting chipsets like the Helio P70, Helio P90 and the Helio M70 modem with the objective of taking the mobile experience one level up and also making the best use of technology available to everybody. So I'm sure that all of you must be aware that mobile gaming is the most sought after usage of smartphones, especially to millennials. Consumers want top-of-the-class performance, they want high efficiency and most advanced graphics with absolutely no lags. You would also be interested to know that according to a recent study, India's gaming market is expected to earn a staggering revenue of nearly 340 million US dollars by 2021. Mobile games like PUBG and Asphalt are already making waves and they are very, very popular in the country. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let me take the opportunity to call upon stage for his address, none other than Mr. T.L. Lee, General Manager, Wireless Communication Business Unit, MediaTek. I would like to invite on stage with a loud round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Lee, with an industry experience of more than 2 decades. Thank you so much for being here with us. Over to you, sir.
Namaste. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm T.L. Lee from MediaTek. We are very happy to see you here today. I know a lot of you have traveled from around the world to come over here for this launch event. Thank you very much. So let me start by giving you some background on MediaTek in India. We started the journey in the year of 2004 in Noida. Within 15 years, time flies, it has been 15 years. Within 15 years, MediaTek has become a well-known brand name in this country, powering around 1/3 of the mobile devices in India. We are very happy to see the progress within the 15 years. So not only this, MediaTek also extended its R&D operation from Noida to Bangalore and Mumbai. So there are a total of over 700 employees in India, and most of them are R&D. So MediaTek has a very strong R&D resource committee in India. And strong investment already sees a very good returns. And we are very happy to see that the Helio inside devices has a very good success in the market. So there are quite a lot top-selling models recently in 2018 and 2019. I want to take this chance to thank our clients and our fans in India for showing MediaTek such great support. Thank you very much. Thank you. So today, I'm very proud to announce a brand new Helio G series. This new Helio G series by far has the most significant and most extensive India R&D involvement. Because of this Indian R&D's deep involvement, we believe it is the great opportunity for MediaTek to make this global launch right here in India. So we are very, very happy to see that MediaTek's R&D teams in India is contributing more and more in mobile SoC processors. And Helio G90 is the first example, but not the only one. So we are very proud to make the announcement that a deeply Indian R&D environment of Helio G90T is coming to the market very soon. So we are very excited today. We are very excited to make the announcement that of two important things. MediaTek's new Helio G90, specifically for the gaming, as well as MediaTek's latest gaming technology, HyperEngine. Allow me to introduce my colleague Thomas to give you the introduction of the MediaTek Helio G90, as well as HyperEngine, the MediaTek's gaming technology. Thank you very much.
Hello, thank you, TLO. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah, I'm Thomas Ho from MediaTek. Yeah, and today we are launching a brand new G series into the MediaTek Helio family and the new HyperEngine technology. Why we are launching the G series here? There are 2.2 billion mobile gamers globally today, and the gaming already become the most popular mobile app people download on their smartphone. And very incredible 64% of global mobile gaming revenue come from Asia. So it's fitting we are launch this series in India and China simultaneously today. Yeah. Actually, mobile game has been around since the 2G era. I believe people in their ages, 40s, they remember playing the classical gaming, the snake game on their feature phone. And those kind of type have very low system requirement. And into the 3G smartphone era, mobile phone become more and more fancy. However, most of the games are still single player games. In the 4G era, PC games have been adapted to the mobile. So we see many multiplayer online battle games become very, very popular amongst the mobile gamer. So these games, however, they require very high system performance to make sure the smooth gaming experience. Let's take a mobile game and the battle royale, this kind of huge, popular games right now. Yeah. This kind of multiplayer online games require very high CPU, GPU, and system performance. And also, the network connection are also, such as 4G, Wi-Fi is also very extremely important for this kind of application. Okay. Hence, we designed this G series, include the G90 and the G90T, to provide the best solution for this big game era. Okay, the G90 with a Cortex A76 big core and the flagship Mali G76 GPU. So G90 series can provide a very good gaming performance ahead of our competition. On top of the standard version, we also have a turbo version G90T, which can boost the system performance. As you can see, the G90T boosts our GPU performance up to the 11%. And except the performance boost, the G90T also supports lots of new features. It can support a 10 GB DRAM and also support a 64 megapixel with a quad camera support. And also it supports 90 Hz display. And also the final one, we support a dual wake-up keyword on the voice wake-up system. Yeah. So these all fancy features are landing on the G90T. First, I will go through the CPU configuration. The G90T uses the latest ARM A76 plus A55 into an octa-core combination. With a powerful CPU, G90T can achieve the Antutu score above 220K, which is 3% to 7% leading to our competitor respectively. Another popular game for the CPU is the Geekbench benchmark. So G90T also shows advantage compared to our competitor, both on single core and the multi-core benchmark. Especially for the multi-core benchmark, we outperform around 10% than our competitor. With both CPU and GPU are very important in the outstanding mobile gaming platform. So the GPU, you can see we use the flagship Mali G76 GPU, which can provide a 30% performance boost compared to the previous generation G72. With our powerful GPU, the G90T display exceptional performance on all related GPU benchmark. You can see on this slide, the G90T can reach 48 frames per second on the Manhattan benchmark. And this is leading our competitor up to 26%. And on GFS 4.0 cartridge benchmark, we also can lead our competitor up to the 13%. Then we see other two more GPU benchmark. G90T shows up to 15% on the Antutu 3D score. And the other very important 3D mark, Vulkan benchmark, the G90T also shows up to 16% benchmark leading with our competition. Okay, so the stronger GPU benchmark means we also have a very stronger gaming performance versus our competition. Take a real game as an example. In this knife-out game, you can see the whole gaming duration, the G90T can very stable, showing on the 60 frames per second. And the frame rate is very, very stable. And for our competitor, the frame rate may be only up to the 56 frames per second, and the frame rate is not very stable. And you can see lots of fluctuation here. Yeah. Also, launch time is also a very important index when you play a heavy game. And G90T also shows outperform compared to our competitor, especially on Asphalt 9 and the 4.9. We show almost at least 30% faster than our competitor. Okay, let me recap all of you of key highlights for this G90 performance. We have a new latest A76 CPU and the flagship quad-core G76 GPU and the incredible gaming experience. All of this all ahead of our competitors. Okay, as Theo mentioned, we work very closely with our customer to identify the gamers' need and their pain point, and we define our product based on their need. So what do gamers want? From our study, they need the fast display response, fast connection speed, and a very smooth gaming experience, and true-to-life picture quality. So we look into this need and develop a suite of gaming technology to address all of these pain points. I'm excited to announce our new game technology solution, HyperEngine, MediaTek HyperEngine. HyperEngine includes a suite of game engine to deliver the best game experience for the mobile gamer. Yeah, HyperEngine with support the following technology. First one is a networking engine to provide the shortest network latency experience. And a rapid response engine will provide the lowest touch-to-display latency. And resource management engine is to provide a very steady and stable game frame output. And picture quality engine is bring the theater-level picture quality into the mobile game. And I will go through the detail for each engine. First one is a networking engine. When a gamer plays an online game under some complex network environment, such as very crowded cafes, or when they play indoor under a weak signal environment, actually at that time, network latency becomes a big problem. And MediaTek networking engine can intelligence detect this kind of scenario and trigger the network concurrency within the 30 milliseconds, and which can provide a very, very low latency to the gamers. Usually, the industrial take like 200 milliseconds as acceptable for the network latency. And the MediaTek, we take stringent criteria and set our standard as 100 milliseconds. With a networking engine, G90T can meet this 100 millisecond criteria very easily. Yeah, let's see a real test here. This test demo on a basement, and the LTE signal is very, very weak. And you can see G90T can keep under 100 milliseconds, 98 of the time. And this is much better than our competitor, Snapdragon 730G, which can only achieve around 100 milliseconds, around 30% of this time. Yeah. So let's see a real demo to show how advantage of our networking engine. Left side is the G90T, and right side is the Snapdragon 855. So you can see all the games are lower, the latency is lower than 100 milliseconds, the network latency. So the player who use G90T will have a shortest network latency, and they can easily defeat the others who use the Snapdragon 855. Our gaming network performance has been certified by top rating, and G90T is a worldwide first mobile phone to receive this high networking connection performance certification. To get this certificate, the G90T need to pass a rigorous testing. So G90T will test in the 3 test categories and 52 test items to cover each all corner scenario. And we receive an extremely high score of 247 out of 255. As you can see in this chart, we receive a highest score of 5 in many test items. Also, we got a very good average latency on this benchmark, and compared to our competitor. Yeah. So especially in the complicated network environment. So all of our average latency is below 100 milliseconds. Okay, then we talk about a rapid response engine. All right. on the online battle games, the gamers demanding extremely rapid response from the touch to display at all times, because every millisecond counts. MediaTek Rapid Response Engine is an end-to-end pipeline optimization and to provide a very instant touch-to-display latency. Yeah. As a result, Helio G90T chip processing latency only takes 60 milliseconds. Compared to our competitor, they take like around 40 milliseconds. So we shorten this chip processing latency by 2.5 times. Let's see a demo how fast of a G90 responds to the touch. Please note the blue ring. Blue ring. You can see G90T is much faster than the processing signal than our competitor. And the G90 only takes 16 milliseconds, and our competitor needs 40 milliseconds. So if this is happen to fighting with each other, this 24 milliseconds gap will easily help the gamer to defeat their competitor. So you can see we are much faster. Okay, then we talk about resource management engine. From our research, high frame rate doesn't ensure the smooth gameplay. Only when there's a steady and stable game frame output, the gamer can really enjoy the smooth gameplay. So our resource management engine will monitor all the hardware and the software, such as the CPU, GPU, and thermal and the QoS engine, and will smartly arrange all these resources to provide a very, very stable game frame output. Let's take an example we compare to other competitor. So G90T can deliver a very smooth gameplay experience. Please see the origin line is a G90T. During this whole game, we encounter like 4 times starter. So the starter rate is 2 starter per minute. However, you can see the blue line is our competitor, Snapdragon 730G. That shows a very serious starter. And the starter rate is around 3 times higher than G90T. Finally, let's talk about our picture quality engine. As a world-leading consumer solution provider, MediaTek also is a worldwide #1 TV supplier. And PQ engine is very important technology on TV industry. So MediaTek built in our famous PQ engine, Vira Vision technology, into our G90 series. And the PQ quality engine can enhance the contrast and more detail for the game. Okay, as you can see on the image below, this with the PQ engine on, the gamer can view the dark battleground very clearly. Let's see the video to show how our PQ engine. You can see the left side is the G90 gaming, and the left side is the Snapdragon 855. So you can see all the picture quality we are much better than Snapdragon 855. And all this improvement is done by hardware. So we can achieve the high picture quality and the low power consumption simultaneously. Okay. Let me give a quick summary for how fancy of our HyperEngine do. So for the networking engine, we achieved the 100 millisecond delay. That's a worldwide leading and compared to our competitor. And for the rapid engine rapid response engine, we also achieve the 16 millisecond latency. And that will give the gamer a clear advantage when you making a move in your game. And our resource measure engine will provide the very low shuttle rate, only 2 shuttle per minute, and that's much better than our competitor. Finally, our PQ engine, with the MediaTek technology, G90T is able to bring the true-to-life visual without any extra power waste. So this is all my presentation today, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Thomas Ho, Product Manager, MediaTek, for that insightful presentation and for telling us how the chip director of ARM India to share insights about their long-lasting collaboration with MediaTek. Everybody, can we give it up for Mr. Guru Ganesan?
Very good afternoon. I'm Guru Ganesan, heading ARM India operations. And I started the design center in India for ARM, first in Bangalore in 2002, and then later in Noida in 2013. So we have about 1,000 employees in India. MediaTek and ARM have been working very closely over the last 15, 20 years. And I'm very pleased to be here as part of this launch. I'm sure many of you know ARM. ARM is an IP provider. We do not make chips, no SoCs. So oftentimes people do not know about ARM. It's a little invisible, though the technology is ubiquitous. And more than 70% of the world population use ARM technology today. In 1990, ARM was founded in Cambridge, UK, and the very first product was used in mobile in 1993, and in the subsequent years, it actually revolutionized the mobile industry. And today, there are a wide range of products that is ARM technology based. And ARM is at the heart of mobile gaming for the last 20 years. In 1997, Nokia 6110, as Thomas mentioned, the game Snake, which was very popular then, was featured in that phone. And then there was Nokia Engage and HTC Dream in 2008. And then in 2015, Samsung Galaxy S6, which was compatible with Gear VR. This was for the experience of immersive gaming, okay, that was available in that. And now the ARM-powered Oculus Quest, this is all-in-one VR gaming system. All these devices used ARM CPU or ARM Mali GPU and are both in most of the cases. And Mali GPU is the world's #1 shipping graphics processor. In the last year, in 2018, our partners shipped more than 1 billion units of Mali GPU, and MediaTek alone shipped 2.5 billion Mali GPU in the last few years. And looking at Helio G90, it is based on Mali G76 GPU. The G76 was actually launched last year, and it started appearing in some of the devices now, and it provides 50% more performance compared to the previous generation of the devices at the same thermal envelope. And it's not sufficient to have just the hardware alone to deliver great gaming. It takes an ecosystem to deliver, and ARM is at the center of the ecosystem. And ARM is the preferred architecture for Android devices. ARM has contributed to Vulkan, the open technology for the graphics technology, the open format, okay, the standard. And ARM has contributed quite a lot. And ARM has collaborated with the game engines to optimize for Mali GPU. ARM has also worked with the developer community through both the open source and the developer forum to ensure the better products come at a faster speed, much shorter time. And MediaTek, ARM, and the game publishers work together to optimize, fine-tune the entire stack from the drivers to game to provide the best experience for the game users. It's an incredible experience, game experience, it comes to the users on the mobile phones. Helio G90 provides more than 30% performance. I don't need to explain some of these things, already Thomas explained, so let me skip. And ASTC, with the ASTC, this is the texture compression format that was developed by ARM, designed by ARM. It saves 45% of your memory bandwidth, giving you better power envelope, providing you solutions that runs much longer. And with the driver and the shader compiler improvements, you get an additional 10% performance. With all these things, you get an incredible gaming performance on the mobile phones. And as a partner, I am very delighted to join today in the MediaTek Helio G90 launch. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ganesan, for such an insightful presentation. Well, ladies and gentlemen, since we are launching a gaming chipset, we have to talk about one of the most renowned gaming houses in the world. I'm talking about Gameloft. Let me now take the opportunity to call upon stage Mr. Nitin Goyal, Gameloft Country Manager, India Subcontinent, to kindly share with us his thoughts about the MediaTek Helio G90 series. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Mr. Goyal with a round of applause.
Thank you very much, and it's a pleasure to be here in front of the esteemed audience. The launch of this G90 chipset is something which is phenomenal, and as Gameloft, we look forward to working very closely with MediaTek. Since we were established in 1999, as we all were talking about the Snake game, that's the one that was developed by the Gameloft at that point in time. So that's the kind of legacy that we have. So we have always been focused on improving the gaming experience on the mobile devices. And we are very happy to see partners like MediaTek working on this particular front, mainly on the hardware side. This is precisely what actually brings us today. We believe that we share the similar DNA. We believe that the power of entertainment is massive. We believe a better gaming experience can create a better entertaining world. We are thrilled to partner with MediaTek as they grow their presence globally. In midst of this, we have been looking at the performance of some of our titles on this new MediaTek chipset, and the results are impressive. The game that we have chosen today is S-Fall 9, which is currently one of the best mobile games in the world. And what's the uniqueness of this is the fact, right? This game contains, each level of this game contains 10 million polygons, and 6,000 particles are rendered per frame. It provides console quality post effects like volumetric God rays, HDR bloom, and lens flares. And to experience it, let me show the video of the game. And so what actually really helps us is like the G90 chipset allows us for Night Legends to run on the higher FPS, and it actually helps make it stand out amongst the competition through the smooth and the flawless gaming experience it offers on this particular chipset. And what we are actually looking at is we will be going forward exploring more potential pieces that we can actually work on our side based on the device, based on the capabilities that this chipset offers. And I'm very confident that this is just the beginning of this relationship, which will be actually very fruitful in the long run. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Goyal, for sharing your thoughts with us. Well now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have launched a gaming chipset, we have also partnered with a gaming house, but where exactly are we going to play all these exciting games is the next question. So this launch would not be complete without an OEM who would be embracing this chipset. So who better than India's top-selling and loved smartphone brand, Xiaomi. I would now take the opportunity to request Mr. Manu Kumar Jain, Managing Director, Xiaomi India, to kindly come up on stage and share some details about their long-lasting partnership with MediaTek. Can we request everybody to give a loud round of applause for Mr. Manu Kumar Jain, everybody.
Thank you. Is it working? Okay. So thank you so much, everybody. My name is Manu. I lead Xiaomi's business in India and neighboring countries. So I'll give you a quick update about Xiaomi, and then we'll also talk about this incredible partnership with the MediaTek team. So as you guys know, we're a fairly young company, started only about 9 years ago in 2010. And the company started with a statement, with a vision statement of innovation for everyone, which means we want to launch really great quality products, very innovative products, and make them accessible so that everyone can enjoy technology. And this has been working out really great. Today, every time we launch a product, we launch it with best possible specs, highest possible quality, and an honest price. An honest price does not mean that it has to be the lowest possible price. It just means that we cut down all possible cost and we pass that benefit to the user. And that's what we call as honest price. And this has been working really well. Today, we are one of the top 5 smartphone brands in the world. We are the largest IoT platform in the world. And we also recently became one of the Fortune 500 companies. And it took us just about 9 years to reach this mark of one of the top 500 companies in the world. So really thankful to all our partners, to all the guys sitting over there, and our millions and millions of our Mi fans. So a lot of people know us as a smartphone companies. Of course, we do make smartphones. We do sell smartphones. But we are also an IoT platform. We have more than 185 million connected devices. I remember it was mentioned that MediaTek has like more than 1.5 billion chipsets that they sell across all IoT platforms, including mobile phones. And so we have 185 million connected devices. These are devices like smart scooters, smart cycle, smart shoes, smart robo vacuum cleaner, and they're all connected to internet. They're all connected to each other. And these are 185 million is excluding smartphones, tablets, and laptops. Our India journey started about 5 years ago in July 2014. Incidentally, the first office that we had was also the first office that MediaTek had in Bangalore. And I just came to know today morning that we shared the same office. So this room was first being used by MediaTek team, and then once they vacated, that's when we moved into this room. So very close partnership, right? And the first phone that we launched in India was Mi 3. And at that point of time, a lot of people said that Xiaomi can never succeed in India. Why? Because nobody even knows his name. You're not planning to do any kind of marketing. Why would somebody come and buy a Xiaomi phone? And we actually thought this might be true, that nobody will actually come to know of Xiaomi and nobody will ever come and buy our phones. So we brought in 10,000 phones, and the only benchmark that we had was a Facebook page. We said there are 10,000 people following us on Facebook, so at least these 10,000 people will come and buy a phone. And our first business plan was to find these 10,000 people and sell one phone to each one of them. And we were pretty nervous, and this is what happened on our first sale date. This was on Flipkart, and the platform crashed for the first time in the history of Flipkart. About 500,000 people turned up, and that's when we started building our business. So happy to share, in 5 years, we have become probably the most loved technology brand. Why do I say this? Because we are number one across multiple categories. We are the largest smartphone brand, we are the largest smart TV brand, we are the largest wearable brand, Mi Band, and we are also the largest power bank brand in the country. On the phone side, sorry for this. On the smartphone side, we are now the largest brand in the country for 8 consecutive quarters. We became the largest exactly 2 years ago in Q3 2017. And since then, every single quarter, we have been the largest brand here in India. Today, we have about 30% market share, which means if there are 3 people buying smartphones, 1 out of 3 are Xiaomi customers. And if you look at the top 10 selling phones in India, 7 out of 10 are Xiaomi phones. And happy to share that the number 1 selling phone in India is Redmi 6A, which is powered by MediaTek Helio G90 processor. Of course, a large part of our success can be attributed to our products and to all our partners who have helped us build this incredible product. And with MediaTek team, we have had a great relationship over the last many, many years. In fact, if you look at the Redmi Note series, which is probably one of the most successful series in India, about 5 years ago in 2014, was on MediaTek 6592. And this is the phone that set the benchmark, that set the foundation for not just Redmi Note, but about who we are today in India. Post which we have launched a lot of phones together with MediaTek team across the world, not just in India. And last year in India, we launched 2 new phones, which were Redmi 6A and Redmi 6. Redmi 6A on Helio A22 and Redmi 6 on Helio P22. 6A became the best-selling phone in India, and Redmi 6 was also very popular. We sold more than 3 million units of just this one single phone. 6A powered by A22 was not just the best-selling phone in India. This was also the best-selling phone globally, best-selling Android phone globally in Q1 this year. And I'm really thankful to our partners, MediaTek, for supporting us and for developing this chip, which could make Redmi 6A what it is today. So a few weeks ago, we were in Taiwan. We were meeting our partners over there. We also met Joe, who is the president of Mobility Division. And we started discussing about what else can we do to disrupt the entire Indian smartphone market. And we together realized that one of the biggest focus areas for both the companies, Xiaomi and MediaTek, has to be gaming. You know, most of the smartphones which are bought today, a large number of them are bought by people who are very young, people who are either college students, people who are first-time jobbers, and they look, one of the key things that they look for is a great gaming performance. In fact, if you just look at the gaming business in India, it is probably one of the top 5 markets globally. We have 22 million people playing games actively, 2.2 crore people. And not just this, each one of them spends on an average a whopping 42 minutes every single day playing these games. So just imagine 2.2 crore people playing game 1 hour every single day. And I do not know, I think there were some numbers mentioned, but based on the reports that we follow, we believe that this industry could actually become a $1 billion industry in next 2 years. This is pretty massive. And this just shows that more and more people are looking for gaming. And hence, we think people need a great processor with a great GPU for their gaming performance. So incredibly excited about the chipset which has been announced today, which is being launched here, which is G90D. And also happy to share that Xiaomi will soon be launching a smartphone which will be powered by MediaTek G90T processor. So thank you so much everybody for joining in today. Thank you.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Jain, for that very, very interesting address presentation. Thank you so much. Sir.
Thank you so much, Manu, and the guest speakers from and Gameloft. Thank you very much for the supporting today. So, we launched 2 important I want to give you a very quick summary for what we are doing today. We launched two things, Helio G90T, whose commercial device with Helio G90T inside will be coming to the market very soon. And we also launched an important gaming technology called HyperEngine, which provides a very good gaming experience. So for Helio G90T, the powerful ARMS CPU A76 plus also ARMS GPU G76, which provides the very good system performance on G90T. And the MediaTek's gaming technology HyperEngine also provides even better gaming experience on Helio G90T. So we are looking forward to see the real device with Helio G90T and MediaTek's HyperEngine technology in the market very, very soon. Thanks for your time today. I hope everyone will enjoy the device with MediaTek technology in the very near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Lee. May I request Mr. Manu Kumar Jain to please kindly join us on stage. You know, this is a interesting moment of the day. So can I please request Mr. Jain and Mr. Lee to pose for a photograph? And friends from the media, this is a clickable moment. Why don't we capture this? Kalyan Verma, may we request all of you to please join us on stage, sir. Let's have a group photograph. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. May we now have our valued partners of MediaTek on stage here with us, and also our entire MediaTek team, all the team members. Let's pose for a group photograph. This is going to be our big memory of the day. Let's take it back with us. The big moment of the day. It's a memorable day in the chipset sector. We've installed a photo zone outside. We would request